Hey guys, it's Jim Bounds at Co-op Motorworks and Motorhome Rehab Ranch. Thank you for coming. And now that we got all that other mess out of the way, we get back into what we're here for, right? GMC Motorhomes, how to fix them, what happened, what's the blue wire and all that. There was a thread recently about early style body side molding, what to do. That's a great one. And that's what we're going to talk about today. It's not because the body molding was changed. Before we do that, I want to show you something. Have you seen these? Right? We may have them again. We've got a vendor that says he can make them, possibly maybe better, whatever that means. But here soon, I think we'll have them. Yeah, this whole project of keeping the motorhomes up, upgrading the stuff, we're going to do it. So let's start today, and I'm going to do a close-up of these pictures as I talk. I'm not going to sit here. We're doing classroom, then we'll go out in the field, okay? All right. The Type 1 body, it was, you know, have you ever seen with the walls off? It's a aluminum frame construction. The upper plastic parts are glued to it. The lower aluminum parts are also glued. Very few rivets. Why is that? Because an aircraft designer designed it, not an auto designer, right? Well, an aircraft designer never sees a seam front to back, kind of like a banana. If you had that in an airplane, it would, it would fold in. So when it came to the top drip cap, to put the sealer under there, they had to put that top drip cap over it to protect the sealant and make it look like something, because the sealant was, as we know, butyl tape. So they had the same problem on the side rails, because, okay, I'm going to hold this up, and so we'll pause it so you can take a look at this. So here's the drawing. Okay? So this shows that the top framework and the bottom framework are tied together midway right here at this rail. Okay? Now, right there at that rail, the top aluminum here is glued to it. The bottom is glued. And on the early style, right through the middle, and I'm going to show it to you, there are rivets that attach the top aluminum and the bottom plastic to that main rail. Okay? And then they took the stainless steel body side molding of style 1, stuck it over it. So it didn't look so bad. It still looked bad. So they put a piece of rubber over that. Didn't look like crap. So they put little chrome ends on it too. I'm going to show you all that. Well, none of those parts are available. Plus, with the early style, remember I told you it was riveted along this rail? Well, everywhere that the rivet wasn't, the glue broke and it pooched out. I'm going to show you that. So when they went from the style 1 to the style 2, the reason they did it was this rail is an H mold, like that. The top aluminum piece is glued into it. The bottom plastic piece is glued into it. So these two panels are held in a slot, top and bottom, in the middle. No water can get in. Plus, it makes the sidewall much stronger. All right? That's why there's a style 2. Now, the style 2, there's a video we did about that Abby, our robot, which, by the way, some people said, why have a robot? Abby makes a perfect body side molding. You got to understand, if you bought a body side molding from Jim at Applied or most places, body side molding kit, late style, for 15 years, I took my Olfa knife and a jig and cut those by hand. You know, somebody would say, yeah, I'd like to get a body side molding kit. Oh man, really? Abby, the first thing we had Abby do is to cut a perfect body side molding kit. It's awesome. I showed you, it's in the other video. Look around for it. So if we can adapt a style 1, fix all the places that water got in, and adapt it to a style 2, booyah. Because you can get Abbey cut body side moldings that are perfect, okay? You say, well, do I want that body molding? Is there something else? That kind of thing. Well, you know me, if it's different, I'm interested. And if I can make it different, I'm interested to make it different. Whether it looks good or not, it's a different story. Come on over to my motorhome. I'm going to show you what I did, and then I'll show you the real stuff, okay? Come on. As Red Green says over at Possum Lodge, why make it black when you can make it diamond plate, right? Pretty stupid, huh? Well, it's not actual diamond plate. It's plastic, right? Stands out though, but it actually does what it's supposed to do, because underneath here, we put extra rivets where I'm going to show you the pooches, and then we sealed it, and then we put that over it. So it may look goofy, but it actually does the right thing. All right, so let's go look at some. Okay, come on. All right, isn't it wonderful, new technology? We can go from one place to the other. Well, it's just a pause button, but go with me. All right, so this is an early style coach. Actually, it's Jason's coach. Don't tell him I'm taking it apart. Scarlett, come on in here. This is a stainless steel strip with a rubber insert here. Now, let's take this out. Somebody put a bigger screw in here. Normally it had a oval Phillips head screw in here. So what do we find? Oh, look. We got this piece right here. This little black plastic piece is supposed to make it look like that, but it's plastic. Then this piece here is chrome, pot metal. How's yours look? This one, from 4 foot, it's not bad, but it's split and rusted. Then you've got this stainless steel streamer coming to the end right here, and a screw holding it down. This goes, the side marker goes through it. I could take that, yeah. Let's really tear it up. The side marker, by the way, this side marker light is only used on 2 vehicles. It was used in a GMC Motorhome and a 71 AMC Javelin. How do I know that? Well, in '94, Trucklight had the mold for this. I talked to them. I convinced them to make a production run. It was like 500 lights. And Clasco sold half of the production run to the AMC people. You take this off. See, when they wired it, they didn't put a service loop. You can't pull it out because the wire's too tight. That sucks. So this is a rubber gasket. Now, how's a rubber gasket going to do something here? See, they put a little bit of goop and puck in there as a valley. So see, all this was rigged in here, and it's got all these parts that hold it in. And this piece, they didn't even need to do this piece because you didn't even see it, but they did anyway. See, you see that little edge, big deal. Some of them are bigger than others. That's the GIMP factor. Okay, so this body side mold, and think about this a minute. This stainless steel streamer right here, if you ding it, now you say this is going to stop it, but I'll guarantee you, if you ding that, you have to replace that whole piece. Guess what? There aren't any. So that's one of the problems. If you're going to spend all that time and energy and put into a nice paint job and you're going to do all that stuff, And you're going to put that original body side molding on there that says, hey man, I look old, don't I? You know, that'd be rusted out. This would be dinged up a couple of places. The rubber's shrunk. So you go through all the hell to get all those parts, and it still looks old. You went through all the heck on that paint job, and it still says I'm old. Well, that's no good. I mean, this is all back together. It looks okay from 4 feet away, right? It's not bad. But let's do something better than this. Let's fix the leaks in here. Come on, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So Scarlett's figured out how to use that pause. Pretty good, huh? This is an early style coach. This is kind of a weird one. This is a 23-foot coach with a 9-foot stretch. What? Yeah, it stops on speed bumps. But you can see here where this top piece, this aluminum piece, is riveted in. The bottom plastic piece, see that? See how it's loose? Here's a rivet. Loose, a rivet, big time loose, rivet. This is what happens. Water goes right in there. Okay, so you guys with an early style coach, if you have water at the base of your walls on the inside, this is your problem. So my suggestion is to take all that off. Okay. Get some bond and seal or a panel bond, an epoxy panel bond. Squirt that in there and put another couple of rivets. Push that back up in there. Okay. Then I'll show you. We'll go take a look. We're going to take a piece of 2-inch flat stock, aluminum, 1/8 inch thick, 2-inch wide. We're going to cut holes in it periodically and going to oval the holes, you know, where you can put an oval screw where it'll be flush. So you put that on there, you put sealant under it, put that on there and screw it in so the screws are flush. Now you've created a base like this, okay? Yeah, this is a good look. This is the door's off. The door has an aluminum strip here. It's not made like the second style. It's made like the original. But you can see right here where water would go in there, right there. Okay? So your door has this. Second style, what you see is a 2-inch flat bar. Flat bar in that if you look down the side of your coach, it's going like this. It's just waving back and forth. This flat bar gives you a straight look on the side of your coach. Now that flat bar it's not a flat bar like we put over here. It's an H mold, and this is stuck in it, that's stuck in it, and it's all glued in. Much stronger. You can make it, you can fix all this, seal it, put a piece of aluminum on here, and it looks just like this. Come on, I'll show you one. Okay, unpause, and this is a 75 that's been painted. The body side molding, the stainless steel was taken off. This is a piece of 2-inch wide, 1/8 inch flat stock aluminum running all the way down the side. Underneath, now right here to here, it's just originally is a piece of flat stock aluminum. From here back is the H mold I told you about on the Style 2. So this piece is one piece. We didn't make a piece here and a piece here. It's one piece. Down here you see this hole. This centers where the light used to be. There was a square hole there. We're going to be putting oval LEDs in here. So is this on? Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. We're checking our technical thing here. But that gives us the center point to drill the hole to put the oval side marker light in. we really screw these in. This will work fine. We're going to have to grind this off flush so that won't telegraph through the body mold when it gets stuck on here. Now, let me show you that. Yeah. Hey, Scarlett, throw up a picture right now of Abby, because I'm showing something that Abby did for me is unbelievable. Okay, this is what Abby made for us. Now, for 15 years, if you bought a late style set of body molding, like I told you, I cut it out by hand. Well, Abby can whack this out in a minute. Here's how it works. It's two pieces. You take this piece, you cut it in half. Now, this has VHB 3M adhesive. This is actually 3M adhesive. You want to use a wax and grease remover to clean this off, and it's a wax on, wax off. You wipe it on, it loosens up all the grease and oils and stuff, and then you wipe it off, okay? Then you take what's called adhesion promoter. Adhesion promoter is, it's kind of sticky, and it sets up a bite surface, bites into the paint here, and gives it a surface where this VHB will stick. Now, if you don't do it, it will not stick, and it will fall off, and you'll have to call the guy that was made and yell at him because it fell off. It was your fault, brother. It was your fault. You've got to clean the surface. You've got to put adhesion promoter on the surface. Then you stick it right there. Remember, it's cut. You're going to stick it right there. You see where the hole is, right? And then the big deal, what do I do with it? The part that Abby did so well for me, I just can't believe it. Ah, there it is. So this goes on here, right? She cut these out. It goes right there on the end, just like that. And it looks really, really nice. I gotta say, my hand-hold pieces don't hold a candle to that. So then you take this, that's stuck on there, push it down. This stuff's called contact adhesive. That means it needs to have good contact, good purchase. So you put that on there. Then the kit has bulk material. You hook it up here, and you contact it right down the body side molding, and there you go. This would be a body side molding kit. It would come with enough material to go front to back to each one of these ends, and then that chip goes right in there and makes it perfect. See that? Now, if you're going to go through all this hell to paint it or change this from early to late, or even if you have a late style and you know how it's all cracked along in here, you clean that all up, you seam seal that, get this body side kit, you put that on there, it looks just perfect. Now, somebody says, well, do I have to do that? See, that's the question I ask myself. Do I have to do what everybody says? No, I put diamond plate. You may not want to do that. But if you make a wider one, it kind of looks goofy. I tell you, the designers knocked it out of the park. The original is 2 1/4 because the stainless is a little wider. The size 2 is 2 inch, and I think the size is perfect. Now, if you say you don't want, I want to take that thing off, I just want to be perfect, you can't. Remember I told you that the top was aluminum, the bottom was plastic? They have different flex rates, and any sealant you put in there and make that look nice and smooth will crack out. All right, it just won't. It won't work. If you do want to have no body molding, well then here, take a look at this. I mean, this has no body molding on it. If you did a better, proper job on the screws, then this would, you know, the body molding wouldn't stand out. But I got to tell you, look at drawings and stuff. Having a split on the body sure helps a lot. Really brings it down, makes it look much more sleek. So decide what you want to do. If somebody says, well, can you get colors? Well, 10 years ago, yeah, you could get all kinds of colors. But today, kind of like Henry Ford, Black's the great color. There's less stock keeping units. The manufacturers don't have to make as much. If they talk you into black, then they only got to make black. There may be some other colors. Make sure if you find another color that the stuff on the back is actually 3M VHB. VHB is very high bond adhesive. Now, the Chinese people, they're calling it VHB, but say the liner where it's written VHB looks a little weird. That's not 3M VHB. That's a knockoff. You need to know that whatever body molding you got, it's an actual 3M VHB. And it'll be a nice print on the liner. Okay? It won't be some goofy looking thing that says 3M. You've got to have VHB, or guess what? It will fall off. You've got to clean the surface or it'll fall off. You got to put adhesion promoter on it, or what? Yeah, it'll fall off. Okay? So, you guys were the early style coaches. I've got 2 of them. One of them I actually, matter of fact, here, let's go out and look at the other one. Come on, I'll show you. Pause again, isn't it great? So this is Larry. Larry was a mobile post office in the Denver postal system. Larry has no windows, has a 36-inch wide back door. Very cool machine. Back in the past, you guys may have seen it on the road. I used to take it to rallies a lot with Nelson. This was a 74, 15 years ago. I put a piece of aluminum flat stock on it. Yep, vinyl shrunk. Yep, my handmade chip shrunk. But it is still there, stuck. And we wanted to be something cool, so we put the LED lights down here. Right? Whatever, huh? Kind of matches the flames, I like it. But this has been at least 15 years. It could use some new body side molding, but it's held together, it's not leaked, and it looks good. So I hope this helps and answers that question. Like I said, there was a thread about it, but there was no way you could write all this down. So I hope this helps. These are the kind of things we want to do to help you. Give me a call, let me know what you think, and see you next time.